Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today is the 14th of July 2025. What does that mean? Well, it means that we're at the start of the getaway sales or getaway deals on AliExpress. Well, it means that for the whole week, we're gonna see absolutely huge discounts on everything on AliExpress, but we care about watches. Hence, also in the description below the video, so I've added the links to the listings of the 10 watches we'll be covering off today and additional discount codes. Anyways, the top 10 watches we'll be covering off today have automatics, mecha quartz, titanium watches, field watches, dress watches. There's going to be some really nice homages. So I've already reviewed all of the watches that we'll be talking about today, but I want to put them into this curated list because I think these watches actually offer so much value. And now let's dive in and talk about these 10 in detail. Let's do it. When vintage motorsport DNA meets modern budget brilliance, you get Addiesdive AD2095. This isn't just a homage to racing chronographs of the past. It's a lightweight, 65-gram daily beater with the style chops to make a statement. The 38mm case is cut from 316L stainless steel and finished in a mix of brushed and polished surfaces. Inside beats the reliable Seiko VK64 mecha quartz movement, offering that mechanical snapback chrono hand without the maintenance of a full mechanical. On the front you get a domed K 1 mineral bubble crystal treated with anti-glare blue film for clarity in direct sunlight. That raised profile gives it retro wrist presence, while the beige and aquadial variant adds a playful punch of summer flair. The chronograph subdials are recessed and colored for contrast, making timing functions pop. Rated to 100 meters, you've got a 20mm lug width for easy strap changes, though the included nylon strap is breathable, light, and fits snugly without bulk. At $65, this is a vintage-inspired chrono that gets the proportions, movement, and charm right. If you're after a true vintage diver experience on a budget, the Watchdives WD7922 delivers in spades. This 37mm quartz diver is a faithful homage to the iconic BB54, capturing that retro magic with refined specs and everyday usability. At its core is the Seiko VH 31 mecha quartz movement, combining quartz accuracy with a smooth 4 tick per second sweeping seconds hand. It's a small touch, but one that adds life to the dial and elevates the feel beyond your typical quartz beater. The dial layout is clean and legible, featuring faux gilt indices that glow with vintage warmth. The matte black dial contrasts beautifully against the gilt tone accents, while the red triangle pip at 12 o'clock adds a touch of drama to the otherwise stealthy bezel. Cased in fully brushed 316L stainless steel, it wears compact with a strong tool watch presence. The boxed sapphire crystal rises proudly above the bezel, offering distortion and depth, while the AR coating keeps legibility crisp in direct light. Water resistance is rated at 200 meters, backed by a screw-down crown and caseback, meaning this isn't just for show, it's a proper, dive-capable watch. Finishing things off is a solid 316L bracelet with a 4-hole milled clasp. It tapers nicely, feels premium, and complements the overall tool aesthetic without trying too hard. For around $100, the WD7922 is a near-perfect daily diver for small to medium wrists. Looking for an everyday automatic watch that blends heritage styling with modern specs? The Pagani design PD 1692 might just be the best value under $100 on AliExpress right now. It's built around the tried and tested Seiko NH35 automatic movement, 24 joules hacking, and it offers full 200 meters of water resistance thanks to its screw-down crown and case back. The dimensions here are nearly perfect for most wrists. You're getting a 39.7mm case diameter, a 12mm thickness, and a 20mm lug width, with a bracelet that tapers to give it a clean, versatile look. Judging by the fit on the wrist, it sits compact and balanced, even on slimmer wrists. At 144 grams, the watch has a reassuring presence without feeling overly bulky. Let's talk about the dial. It's a clean piano black with oversized lume-filled applied indices, and the 369 Explorer style layout gives it that classic tool watch vibe, with polished accents catching the light just enough to elevate the overall feel. The bezel is fixed and high polish, and keeping the focus squarely on the dial. The crystal is synthetic sapphire, flat, clear and scratch resistant, which is amazing at this price point. The bracelet is also a pleasant surprise. It's brushed on top, polished on the sides, and held together with solid end links and a milled clasp. It wears more premium than its price suggests. If you're after a bold summer-ready diver that won't let you down underwater or on dry land, the Wellimerk WM181 is a good option. This automatic diver comes packed with enthusiast specs. You get a rock-solid Seiko NH35 movement, 200 meters of water resistance, and a screw-down crown with WM's logo etched in. Flip it over and you're treated to an exhibition case back, giving you a full view of the workhorse movement inside. The case is 41 millimeters wide and 12.3 millimeters thick, offering solid wrist presence without feeling bulky. On top, a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating shields the dial, while a ceramic unidirectional bezel completes the tool diver functionality. The AR coating cuts down glare, making the dial legible even in harsh light. Speaking of dials, you've got options. From the vibrant turquoise and orange combo to the stealthy black and red. This watch comes in multiple sandblasted colorways, all with bold indices and generous lume in blue and green. These dials absolutely pop, especially underwater or in low light conditions. The bracelet is a standout too, a 316L stainless steel rice bead style bracelet with a folding deployment clasp. It's comfortable, vintage inspired, and matches the diver aesthetic beautifully. The Pagani design PD1813 is one of those rare finds that defies its price tag. For just $65, you get a stainless steel chronograph that not only looks premium, but feels like it belongs in a much higher bracket. This is VK 34-powered Mecha Quartz chronograph from Seiko, giving you that highly desirable sweeping seconds hand while maintaining the accuracy and convenience of a quartz movement. Dimensionally, it hits that Goldilocks zone, 39.5 millimeters in diameter, a compact lug-to-lug of 45.8 millimeters, and a case thickness of just 12.8 millimeters, not the 13.2 millimeters listed. The 20mm lug width tapers down to 18 at the clasp, making it comfortable on virtually any wrist from 5 inches upward. Now, let's talk design. This is where the PD1813 truly shines. Available in 2 dial variants, a vibrant sky blue and a standout pink flamingo, the latter becomes an instant eye-catcher. It's not overly saturated, but the glossy sheen on the dial gives it an expensive, elegant flair that completely avoids looking cheap. On top, you get a boxy synthetic sapphire crystal, slightly domed and raised above the tachymeter bezel. It offers just the right amount of edge distortion for visual depth without interfering with clarity. The screw-down crown is signed and generously sized at 7 millimeters, making it easy to grip and operate. The brushed stainless steel case has subtle, polished accents, most notably the 45-degree chamfer and the edge of the fixed tachymeter bezel, adding refinement without overdoing it. And then there's the Jubilee-style bracelet. Sure, the tolerances aren't perfect, there are some visible gaps, but the fluidity is excellent. It hugs the wrist naturally and adds to the watch's wearability. Meet the Pagani design, PDYS020, a refreshingly modern take on the integrated sports watch that delivers a ton of visual charm and build quality for just $65. Right off the bat, this watch sets itself apart with its sleek and minimalist aesthetic, clean lines, no-nonsense styling, and a presence that feels both contemporary and classic. Let's break down the design. We're looking at a 37mm case diameter with a lug-to-lug of just 44.8 millimeters. But what's more impressive is the thickness, only 7 millimeters. That's thinner than most dress watches, making this piece a dream to slide under a cuff or wear for long hours without discomfort. The case is fully brushed stainless steel, no polished bling here, which gives it a reserved, almost stealthy look that feels intentional and high-end. Now, that bracelet. This is where things get bold. You've got a 26mm wide integrated bracelet at the lugs, tapering down to 18mm at the signed butterfly clasp. The unique scaled one-link design feels industrial and sculptural, almost architectural. It doesn't try to mimic other luxury bracelets, it's confidently doing its own thing. It's not ultra-flexible, but that's the trade-off for the cohesive design language. Underneath the flat synthetic sapphire crystal, you'll find your choice of dials. There's a classic black, a crisp white, and this stunning gradient blue, fading from a vivid azure at the center to deep navy at the edges. It's clean, it's legible, and it catches just enough light to hold your attention without screaming for it. You'll also notice the push-pull crown and a snap-on case back. Rare on a Pagani, but fitting for the ultra-thin profile. Addiesdive AD2044, a quartz GMT homage that brings a lot of spec for the money, wrapped in a handsome Pepsi bezel package. Let's get right into what makes this piece tick. We're looking at a 39mm stainless steel case paired with a robust 200 meters of water resistance, a screw-down crown, and a solid screw-in case back. At 14.5mm thick, including the boxed crystal, it's got that vintage-inspired tool watch profile, yet still manages to sit nicely on the wrist, thanks to compact 48mm lug-to-lug dimensions. The standout here is the Jubilee-style bracelet, visually striking, fully brushed outer links, polished inners, and held together with inverted male end links that give it a strong taper and snug fit. It's not just a looker either. Addiesdive has fitted this with a milled clasp, featuring a double pusher release, a milled wing for added strength, and a generous 5 micro adjustments, something you rarely see at this price point. Flipping the wrist, the aluminum bezel insert sports that classic Pepsi color scheme, offering 24-hour GMT tracking paired with a red GMT hand that adds both function and flair. Lume is solid too, BGW9 Super Luminova, glowing blue in low light for excellent legibility. While it's powered by a quartz movement, it offers precision, battery efficiency, and the convenience of zero-fuss timekeeping. For travelers, it's a grab-and-go dream. No winding, no date wheel frustration. The boxed crystal adds vintage charm, and the anti-reflective coating inside keeps things legible. The Berny 2944M is a stunningly elegant dress watch that pays homage to classic timepieces with a vintage-inspired design. At just 7.5mm in height, this watch sits ultra-slim on the wrist, giving it a refined and sophisticated presence. The fully polished stainless steel case is complemented by a finely fluted bezel, reminiscent of high-end watches, and a flat mineral crystal that keeps the aesthetics clean and clear. One of the most striking aspects of this watch is the intricately patterned dial. The geometric texture radiates outwards from the center, creating a mesmerizing effect that plays beautifully with the light. It's a subtle but highly effective detail that elevates the watch beyond its budget-friendly price point. Paired with the elegant Breguet-style hands and applied indices, the dial is a masterpiece of vintage styling. The Berny 2944M is powered by the reliable Miyota 1L45 quartz movement, ensuring precise timekeeping with minimal maintenance. A small second subdial at 6 o'clock adds to its traditional charm. Measuring 38mm in diameter with a 45mm lug-to-lug length, the case is perfectly unisex. The black leather strap feels of high quality with a polished and signed buckle that complements the watch's premium aesthetic. With just 30 meters of water resistance, it's not meant for swimming, but it handles everyday splashes just fine. If you're after elegance without overspending, the Addiesdive AD2073 might be the budget gem you've been waiting for. This watch blends subtle luxury with robust construction, making it more than just a fashion piece. First off, that red dial, deep, rich, and gradient, immediately grabs your attention. It's a sunburst finish that shimmers with light, giving the watch a dynamic, almost fiery personality. And it's paired with clean, polished baton markers and ridge-stitched hands that feel premium at a glance. But the magic continues under the hood. It's powered by the VH31 quartz movement, which mimics the smooth sweep of a mechanical watch thanks to its 4 ticks per second, something you just don't expect at this price point. It's precise, reliable, and adds a mechanical feel without the service headaches. The case is compact at 36mm in diameter and 42mm lug to lug, making it perfect for smaller wrists or anyone chasing a classic fit. Crafted from 316L stainless steel, it features a polished finish that contrasts beautifully, add in the sapphire crystal and 100 meters of water resistance with a screw-down crown, and you've got real specs for everyday wear. The Jubilee-style bracelet is fully stainless steel with solid end links and a milled clasp. At just $70, the AD2073 punches way above its weight. If you're after affordable luxury with everyday versatility, this might be one of the smartest pickups in the quartz dress category. If you've been craving the vintage swagger of a square chronograph, something that echoes the iconic Monaco racing era without draining your wallet, the Specht and Sohne SP0009 hits that sweet spot. $80 is what I paid for this piece. This bold 39mm case is forged from 316L stainless steel and measures 15mm thick, giving it a solid wrist-hugging presence. The angular case paired with a colorful racing-inspired dial makes this watch feel way more premium than its $80 price tag suggests. It's a statement piece for those who appreciate retro motorsport flair. The dial is where this watch really shines. With a dual-register chronograph layout and sweeping seconds hand, courtesy of the reliable Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz movement, you get the smooth feel of an automatic chronograph at a fraction of the price. The vibrant color blocking, white subdials, and sharp handset give it plenty of visual punch. Plus, you've got a date window at 6, tucked neatly without disrupting the dial symmetry. You're also getting a hardened mineral crystal, 30 meters of water resistance, and the option to swap between a stainless steel bracelet or a perforated racing strap, depending on the variant. And yes, there are 7 colorways available, so if Gulf Racing orange and blue isn't your thing, you'll likely find one that is. At $80, the SP doesn't try to be something it's not. It's an unapologetically bold, affordable racing chrono that delivers attitude, heritage styling, and quartz convenience all in one. Yeah, there's plenty to choose from, and I think these watches do provide a lot of value. And of course, the prices are anywhere from $10 to like $120, so very much in the super budget range. So check the links to the listings in the description below the video, as well as the discount codes, because they will just give you much more savings and you can get much more for your dosh. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.